Hello everyone, welcome to Red Cape. My name is Aditya and we'll be learning about Python if-else statements. If-else conditions can be derived through logic operations, and if you have, let's say, complicated conditions, you can use multiple arithmetic and logical operators simultaneously to determine whether condition is satisfying or not, and then you can maybe store some values in few variables or maybe print out few results. As we will go forward in this series, we will learn a lot of things that we can do with if-else and combining other ways where we can iterate these through multiple data frames or lists or everything. So stay tuned towards the end of the video, because in the end we will have one or two questions which are generally being asked in the industry. So let's get started. I have created a Python 3 file, and we'll see, let's say, right first we will learn if else today. So there will be three objectives in the video. First is what is if else. Second, how do you write if else in Python. Third is what are the questions that are being asked based on if else. One or two sample questions. Okay. So first is what is if else. So if else basically a condition. So let's just take an example which is very real to our eye. It says that if you learn more, you will the chances of you becoming successful will be more. When I say learn more, I am particularly talking about one skill set. If you don't learn, you will not become successful. So if this condition is true, this thing will happen, or else another thing will automatically follow. Right? So that's what if else means. And now we will try to learn how do we write if else into Python. So let's just take example x equal to 5, y equal to say 7. Now we will write if x is greater than 5, then you can print let's say x is greater than 5. Why we will write? So we will say x is greater, right? And if what will happen, the another condition is x will not be greater. Let's say else print y, here we have here y is greater. If I hit control enter, it says y is greater because y value is 7, so logically y is more than x. Let's say we make it 10, it will say x is greater. So that's how if else works. But then don't you think there will be a scenario where x and y could be similar as in same? So what we will write is we will write elif statement, which is basically work as a nested if. Elif x equal to y, print x is y. And let's control enter. It says invalid syntax. The reason because that equal to operator is an assignment operator, not a logical operator of considering both values are equal or not. So for that we will need two equal to signs to use it as a logical operator. We'll say control enter. It says X is greater again. So now let's just make X 7, and do we get the value? Yes, X is Y. So that's how you write if elif statements in Python. Next is that you can write a function which will give you an output whether uh, your condition is being satisfied or not, right? So we will write function for, let's say, odd and even. Definition of function odd underscore even. Parameter is x. We are just going to pass value of, the x is already used, so we'll say a. We'll say if a or 2 equal to 0, again double equal to, then print. So now let's move to the second part where we'll discuss about the questions that are being asked in the industry. We will do one or two questions. So the first question that comes to my mind is, can you write, oh, my bad, write function which convert all the numbers positive numbers? So this is one question that you might get asked in the interview. So this basically means you have to write a function which will convert all the numbers to absolute values so that there are no negative numbers into the database. So how we can do that? We'll just say try to write a function. So def apps number. Let's say b is the input. We'll hit enter. If b is less than 0, you can write, what we can do is we can create a new variable x equal to b into -1 so that it gets else x equal to p, and we can say return x, and we'll say now apps underscore number 1 say -4. It gives you 4. If I say just 4, it will give you 4. If I say -10, it will give you 10. So this is how you can write if else statement. And this is one of the questions. Another question that comes to my mind right now is that you have you have to grade student based on their marks into this category. Now, how we can do it is basically we need to understand what are the thresholds for it. So first question is that what are the thresholds? So let's say interviewer says to you that 90 and above will be A, 80 above but not A will be B, and below 80 it will be C. So now that's our conditions which were given by interviewer. When someone asks you about certain grading or anything, if you don't understand something, please ask them so that your confusion gets cleared out and you answer correctly in the email. So let's say write definition grading marks M if M is greater than equal to 90, grade equal to A, and if M is greater than equal to 80 and M is less than 90, then grade equal to B, else grade equal to C. Now, once we write this, there is one caveat. Let's suppose that someone enters 0 as marks. So, should it get C or it should be null? It should be null, right? Because no one, there will be no one, I hope, to score 0. But if someone scores 0, either they're absent for the exam or they have not qualified the previous exam, so they are not appearing for this exam. So for that data handling part, you will have to mention that this else will only work if it's not 0. But how do we write that, right? That becomes complicated. So what we can say is else grade is blank, and we will write one more elif where M should be greater than 0 and M should be less than 80. So in that case, my bad, I'm just cleaning it up. Grade equal to C, right? For example, now return will be grade rating 92. It's A grade. Let's see, it's 82. It's B grade. It's 52. It's C grade. Now suppose I type 0. It's a blank. There is no grade for 0 marks, right? So generally people are absent. And you can have something like if it's below 50 or below 35, below 40, you are failing the exam. So that's it for today. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and share it with your friends or your professional network with your colleagues so that you can learn together. And the whole motive of these videos is to share the knowledge. Thank you.